So I wanted to talk about the narcissistic behavior of Shia LaBeouf. And there's multiple women that have been coming out about abuse that they have dealt with from Shia LaBeouf. Now, the latest person to come out is singer Sia and also FKA Twigs. Now, y'all know who Shia LaBeouf is. He has played in the movie Transformers, Holes, Man Down, Even Stevens. That's Jaden Smith's friend. And then you have FKA Twigs. She is a singer that makes very strange and intriguing music like gothic, R&B type, Tinkerbell type music. And I remember I was up 2 o'clock in the morning one time, and somehow through the algorithms, like, her video came through, and she was singing to a man that was about to receive lethal injection. And I was like, okay, it's time to go to bed. But look, everybody makes different type of music, different strokes for different folks. And then you have Sia. Y'all know Sia. She's a very popular singer. She's a songwriter as well. And a big question is why are these women coming out now? Why didn't they receive the abuse and then came to the point where they couldn't take it anymore? Or when the abuse ended, they didn't come out and say, hey, I've been abused by so-and-so. People do not realize you do not dictate the time that abusers come out about what they experienced, okay? You don't know what they were going through in regards to, like, the abuse and how it's impacting them. Like, you have people that, yes, they come out right immediately, okay? Then you have some people that are being threatened by their abuser, or their abuser is trying to seek retaliation by leaking their pictures or a video or something that they know about the victim. Or you might have the victim that is experiencing trauma and they don't want to talk at the moment. They might have distorted thoughts. They might have so much going on with themselves that no, not to the day, the hour, and the minute that they finish experiencing that abuse or whatever it may be, they're going to come out. So people will be more focused on why the person didn't come out on time or how that person put themselves in the situation, and opposed to being sympathetic and trying to understand what's going on. So the focus is, not in the right place. So yes, they're coming out and it's being said. And apparently he has confirmed it. So these victims have been going through something. Now, I want to talk about Shia LaBeouf's narcissistic behavior here, because what I've been hearing sounds like that of a narcissist. So the first point that I want to make here is that he kept FKA Twigs up all night. And that's what narcissists do. They will sleep in the daytime, or they will take naps and then wake up in the middle of the night or in the early morning or whatever and interfere with your sleep. So you're drained, they're vampires, it's ridiculous. They want to argue, they want to, talk about things that are irrelevant. That's their way of making you suffer. So again, that is a trait of narcissistic behavior, keeping their victim up all night. Another point that I want to make here in regards to Shia LaBeouf's narcissistic behavior is his violent behavior. There are claims of him throwing FKA Twigs on the car, forcing her into the car, screaming in her face. One of his ex-girlfriends, he headbutted her in the head. He squeezed and grabbed her until she bruised, y'all. Narcissists tend to have violent behavior, or they are retaliative, where they, use their flying monkeys to try to invoke pain on their victims. Or if they have a narcissistic injury or something fails, they take their anger out on their victim. So here you have Shia LaBeouf, who is doing all these violent things to all of his victims, which are his ex-girlfriends. Again, a narcissistic trait. Another point that I want to make here in regards to Shia LaBeouf's narcissistic behavior is that he gave FKA Twigs an STD. Narcissists are very reckless with their sex life. They are out there. They have to have that power, that adrenaline rush where they can mess with men and or women. They are out of control. And then they bring home STDs to their victims. Absolutely horrible. Again, they have a very reckless life. They don't have a conscience. They're not thinking. So with FKA Twigs, her fertility is possibly damaged because of this man. Another point that I want to make here is that, Shia LaBeouf has been arrested for assault and disorderly conduct in the past. So narcissists tend to have criminal records or conduct criminal behavior. So he falls right in line with, the wrongdoings that he's done. He's been arrested for it. So if you ever, meet a narcissist or know a narcissist, they again will have criminal behavior, of which they probably have not been caught for, but they will get caught, or they have a criminal record. The next point that I want to make here is that Shia LaBeouf was acclaimed to be a pathological liar. This is what narcissists do in order to get out of the situations that they are in. They get this adrenaline rush from, doing wrong things and being on the edge and, seeing other people suffer. And then when they get caught for whatever they're doing, they lie to get out of it. Like, this is their survival tactic, constantly lying and lying and lying. See, lying is a hydra. Once you start lying, you have to keep lying in order to maintain that lie, which you see as the truth and which you try to make other people see as the truth. And your lies start to catch up with you after a while, And the last point that I want to make here is that Shia LaBeouf appears to be tired and drained. And this comes from, a long period of dealing with supply and victim after victim and flying monkeys and narcissistic rage and staying up all night and arguing with his victim and, failed missions. Like, he is drained just like the typical narcissist that is going through life, aging faster than normal. Because they're putting their own self through the rigors because they want to see other people suffer, but they don't understand that they are creating their own violent cycle, their own karma. And see, Shia LaBeouf has since apologized because he's dug himself so deep that he's not able to get out. And see, when Sia came out, with her being a much bigger artist than FKA Twigs, it added fuel to the fire. And, people said FKA Twigs is crazy. I guess it's because her music is crazy, so they're not believing her. I believe her. And I'm holding a thought right now in my mind, and I'm not going to say it, but I believe FKA Twigs just as much as I believe Sia, if you understand what I'm saying. Sia, if you remember, she had Shia LaBeouf in her video Elastic Heart. And so she claimed that Shia LaBeouf conned her into an adulterous relationship. He hurt her emotionally, and he is a very sick Hollywood star. So again, Shia LaBeouf has dug himself deep. He said he is not fully recovered from his PTSD and his alcoholism. He's in a 12-step program and on the road to recovery. Again, narcissists have their day. And so with narcissistic abuse, what he has done is he's taken women through this cycle of love bombing, devaluing, and discarding. It is a crazy cycle, an unhealthy cycle for him to put these women in. And in the midst of the cycle, with him having his narcissistic injuries or whatever it may be, he's entering into violent behavior, which is making these women, victims in a sense where they're taking this abuse. They're taking the bruises, the beatings, the screamings, the yellings, the unnecessary force. Like, they're taking this from him. But then he's turning around and love bombing them and then devaluing them. It's a crazy cycle to be in. Why do people stay? Because they fear certain things, because of financial concerns, because people may have kids together, because they feel like, okay, this person will change. So many people stay for so many different reasons. But my thing is like, imagine your life as a single woman or even a single man. And everything is fine. You might have your little bumps in the road, but life is good and you're doing your routines and you have your little whatever you do. Like, you're fine as a single person. And you bring someone into your life and they make you unhappy, they make you cry, they tear you down, they abuse you. And it's just like, wait, my life was so much better before I got with this person. Why am I letting them do this to me? But those epiphanies come too late. They do. Because in the midst of it all, you're thinking things are going to change or you have your reasons for staying with this person. But it's just like, you want your life to be greater or better with this person coming into your life, as opposed to coming into your life and making it worse. So it's like, there's no need for you to have someone in your life just to have them in your life because of money or validation, or just to fill that void of emptiness and loneliness. Like, it's really not worth it. Okay? So yes, narcissists are going to prey on you instead of praying for you. And see, the abuse that they put you through and the tumultuous experiences that they cause are going to come to an end. All good things for them come to an end because they like to see people suffer. And nobody has no time for that crazy mess. You know, that's why it's so important to study about narcissism and to understand these types of people. And that there are people out there that are going to suck the life out of you, that are going to destroy your life because it's cathartic for them. They love doing these type of things. And if you want to save your money, sleep, job, credibility, happiness, family connection, and so much more, you better do research on it so you can save yourself, save your life. That's so important. And just know that when it comes to narcissists, they are going to pay for your tears. Every sleepless night, every bad moment that they put you through, trust me, they're going to have to pay for it in some way, shape, or form, because they are not getting help and they're making other people suffer. That is not a good method of living. So if you're dealing with a narcissist or even a psychopath or a sociopath, please get out of that situation. Please get help. Because apparently you have people like Shia LaBeouf. There's a prime example of those that are narcissists that have destroyed other people's lives. Like FKA Twigs has to live with this. Sia has to live with this. These ex-girlfriends that he's dealt with have had, they have to live with this. And so they have some sort of traumatic experience, big or small, having dealt with this man. This man has impacted their life. He's sorry, but the damage is done in some capacity. So you guys, leave me your thoughts. Tell me how you feel about this whole situation. All right, you guys take care.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's